because this is something that is going step by step. It's not
Peace.
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 Peace. Freedom. Peace.
Peace. Peace.
Peace. God.
Peace,
Peace,
yeah.
God.
Peace, God.
Peace, man.
Yeah, that's freedom.
Peace. 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 Peace.
Peace. Good.
Peace, God.
Yeah, I was here earlier.
We're doing an interview, so have a seat. Have a seat.
Oh,
Doing an
okay,
interview.
okay.
Have a seat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's from the you from the Dominican Republic, right?
Yeah.
From the Dominican Republic, so he could probably add on a little bit, to the conversation. But I wanted to know what do you know about that's right. What do you know about more so about this culture in terms of law and the history of the first 9 borns and how the knowledge spread from Mecca to Medina? Like, do you know about that history?
Well, what I know is that Clarence 13X was a guard that was working with the youngsters all the time. He was on the streets, and he was willing to sacrifice a lot. I don't know exactly how it went down. Like, I know some stories, but I don't know exactly how it went down. I know stories about he gambled just to get into the kids' mind and give them some knowledge and hook them up with the knowledge and bring them to the cipher. And that's something that really gave me this advantage. You know what I mean? Like, I understood that. Like, if you get on in their cipher, you tell them what it is, they can come close to you, and you get loyal people because they know you want to sharpen yourself, and you want to, you know what I mean?
Well, I want to just correct you and add on with you. You know, when you say Clarence 13, so we don't refer to him as Clarence 13. Right, we refer to him as Allah because that's the name that he chose for himself.
Yeah, he's the English barrier that I have.
Okay, well, Clarence, that's something that he left in the mosque.
Okay.
Right, so that was his past, and as he
Understand
taught, so we just like you change your name. If you show and prove who you are, I respect you as who you say you are.
Yeah.
As opposed to your past or what somebody else said you were.
Yeah, it's just it wasn't. I mean, I didn't say it in a way that.
No, I understand.
I know it's a lot. I know he's a lot. I understand. I understand. I was talking about his method. You know what I mean? His method, being on the streets, being with the kids. Gambling and knowing, don't fall. He wasn't falling for the real gamble. He was just there to teach. You know what I mean? And that's something that I appreciate and gave me a lot of, a push. You know what I mean? To teach.
But that's not
because once you teach, you're a student. You know what I mean? Once you teach, you're a student.
But that's not what his first person was. It wasn't the gambling that attracted him to the kids. It wasn't. He didn't use that as a tool. He didn't have nobody around him when he was doing stuff like that, especially babies. That's a personal thing. It's not something. It's like you have personal things in your life that you do, right? And those are things that you got to refine for yourself. And he was going through that process also. But he never had kids around him when he was doing that. He only had babies around him when he was educated.
Well, what I understood is that there's people on the streets, and he be willing to involve himself.
That's because that's the way it was.
That's what I'm saying.
In the neighborhood,
he involved himself with the streets and what he was doing, what happened in the streets.
You got to go. What happened was he took it upon his purpose to get into the neighborhoods, and what he found in the neighborhood was that. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't that he was using that as a mechanism to attract the children and all that, like you're saying.
No.
So it might be the way your English.
It's the way my English is.
Right, but you have to be careful. You have to be careful with that because when you leave here, you got to leave here with the right information. You can't leave here with the same idea.
I'm sorry, God. It's just that my first language is Spanish.
Right, but it's not the gambling.
I'm not saying it's gambling. I'm just saying that in a way that.
No, yo
he get involved with the streets.
español, es lo que encontró
No, yo no estoy diciendo que él es un apostador. Yo lo que estoy diciendo es que él se sacrificaba por lo que fuera para poder sacar a esos niños de la calle y salvarlos.
Sí, pero no había niños en los gambling halls.
Entonces,
¿Con qué niño tú ves que está en un gambling hall?
Bueno,
ni en la casino dejan los niños entrar en los casinos.
Exacto.
Pero en la calle tú estás alzando dados y
Sí, por eso.
eso me refiero yo. Hay gente vendiendo droga para poder sobrevivir también.
Sí, pero eso es un aspecto chiquito, ¿me entiendes? No es una cosa de énfasis. El énfasis de él es que él enseñó a nosotros que nosotros éramos lo más supremo que existe en el universo. Aparte de que nosotros lo veíamos él como esa persona que nos introdujo en eso,
Claro.
él te está diciendo que él se fue del MOS y dejó ese número botado,
Okay.
el Clarence 13X, porque él no, el X es una cosa misteriosa.
Claro.
So, él no es
Desconocido.
Él no es misterioso.
No.
Es obvio que no es misterioso porque tú estás aquí. Eso es matemática.
Claro.
Lo que yo te estoy diciendo, como yo estoy hablando, es una cosa que él nos dijo que no tiene nada.
Y bueno, yo de la historia de
Sí,
Nueva
sí.
York, pues no la conozco. Primera vez que vengo a New
Sí,
York.
como tú ves que yo te estoy orientando, yo estoy usando una cosa que se llama matemática suprema.
Sí, la matemática suprema nosotros también la manejamos.
Eso.
They took it down.
To write it down? Let's speak.
I don't know if I'm getting in trouble because
No, you're
by
good,
saying-
man.
by saying this. No, but just an example. That's why I like Malcolm X and what he did, because he went from being, this person that it was a mean person, gambling, fucking, prostitutes, drugs, and everything, and then, even within the nation, he pointed out the things that were not alright, and he left. He chose his own path.
Yeah, there's layers to that too.
No, of course. No, I'm not saying otherwise.
Right,
of course.
right, there's layers that,
Of course, I'm
know.
not saying
I
otherwise,
mean,
but
we
that's
don't
why
know
I chose
exactly the history. You guys are here
Right,
to
right,
show
right.
us.
that. Yeah.
Well,
And
the father was a veteran in the U.S. in the Army. So it's not that you come out of there, with a certain cigarette smoking, But it's not. My father, Allah wasn't an addict. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, you ain't.
Well, I
that's
want to
not-
follow an addict.
No, but he was an addict, Malcolm.
Yeah, Malcolm was an addict.
So I'm just using that as an example.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I put everything together.
okay.
So that part of it, that's peace. But the problem existed where none of them were dealing with the babies.
Exactly.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? You got all those brothers that come out of that mosque,
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm X. He wasn't dealing with the youth,
Exactly.
and that's what the problem. He saw that as his call,
Of course.
and then he showed us the arm, leg, arm, head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
So he took the lessons. He didn't take the lessons as a piece of history or information. He took it where he was taking it off of the page,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
taking the words literally and looking at
Literally,
what they
exactly.
are, why they do that, why they have numbers and all that.
yeah.
And then you drew all that up. And you formed
That's
this,
peace.
and you
That's
formed
peace.
this nation independently,
Yeah.
with no help, except for the couple of people that he started educating, like the mayor. The mayor was one of his students. Yeah,
Mayor Lindsay.
Mayor Lindsay.
Mayor Lindsay.
He's-
Well, and that's kind of controversial too, about him being a student and whatnot.
Yeah, but
I mean, he was somebody who definitely went into the halls of government and
Yeah,
taught what
but-
his knowledge.
Yeah, that's peace. But I did read in the newspaper a quote from Mayor Lindsay.
Mm.
Yeah, Mayor Lindsay said, I'm studying the knowledge with Allah.
Right.
Just like that, he said it in the newspaper. You can look it up if you want to look up.
Okay, I need to do the analysis of that one. But that's
Yeah.
that's peace. That's peace.
He actually, when they telling him to that thing
That's
about
big.
Allah, he told him, "Now I'm learning with Allah." He said it just like that.
Mm.
That's the
You
peace.
know?
If Mega did this.